been around for an awful long time.
24 years.
You have. You've been working in the business for a long time.
Yeah.
This part must have come at just the right time for you, because we all know, you know, the entertainment business is a fickle mistress, and you know, times you can be riding high, and then things went a bit quiet for you.
Yeah, they did. You know, sometimes I think it's very important for people that are breaking into this industry, for maybe like you did reality first, didn't you, when you first came out? Right, I think, first of all, kudos to you, well done to you, right? No, seriously. Because I feel sorry for reality stars, because they get thrown in and they're not taught what happens next. Right, you know, because it's a long haul. Right, you know, I grew up watching these people on TV, and now I'm blessed to be sitting with them, if that makes sense, right? And I remember I was successful in the 90s. I had my own TV show, the highest accolade you can get, really, on Channel 4. I was doing my thing. And then it just went quiet. Right, so... Did you have that ready?
Do you know what? I think you look better now.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you.
You do.
I was 26, 27 then.
One of the
Why
things...
did it go quiet after that?
Because I went bankrupt, and back then bankruptcy wasn't. Now you go bankrupt and it's like, hey. Right, back then it was like you was blacklisted and nobody wanted to touch you. So, and I was one of the first people to go bankrupt in terms of in the scene. And my phone just stopped working. No one wanted to use it.
And do you think that you stayed grounded, or do you think maybe that you got a little bit big for your boots? I don't know. I'm just.
No, I think I believe the dream. I definitely. I mean, I was always a warm person, and people that know me know that I'm not arrogant at all, but I'm very confident.
And driven.
I'm Taurian, so I'm very driven. And I think the UK especially sometimes frowns on people that are confident and say, oh, who do you think you are? And it's like, you're selling yourself. You're the commodity. If you're selling, like, I don't know, if you're selling a pair of shoes, young lady, right, you're not going to go, I think they're OK, I'm not sure, they're not that comfortable, but give them a go. Right? You're going to say these are the best shoes you've ever worn, right? So if we're selling ourselves, I'm going to say I'm the best thing you've ever seen. I have to. Otherwise, you're not going to buy into me. But unfortunately, in this country, we're very much like, no, I don't like that.
That's far too confident.
Far too confident.
And that's a very American attitude.
But I grew up... I remember, I'm a stand-up, so I watched Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. These were the people that I looked up to that were very much... Remember Eddie Murphy, Delirious, came out in a red leather suit?
That's right.
How arrogant is that? But his thing is like, but it's all about the marketing. You're going to pay attention to me, so my jokes now are going to seep in, because you're going to be like, oh, my God. So me, I do the same thing. I work out and I do what I do, but it's not for, oh, my God, I want the attention. It's strategic. You are going to pay attention so that the information conveys better.
But, Richard, are you a bit vain about how you present yourself? You're talking there about working out, are you?
Yes, I am, but the vanity is that I believe that you must love yourself first. I think that there are too many people, like, in relationships and stuff like that, that allow things to happen because they start to lose the value of who they are.
But it's showbiz as well, surely.
Absolutely. Like, there are certain things... Do you remember back in the day, was it The Word, when people would come on just to be on TV and they'll do some madness just to be on screen? And you go, you can't love yourself if you want just to be on screen. So my thing is, I say to everybody out there, if the people deal with you on the value that you put on yourself. And I just consider myself very wealthy inside. So if you're not going to deal with me that way, then go away.
Do you? Thank you. But you were one of the first, because we actually, we got into telly about the same sort of time.
Absolutely.
And you were sort of MTV, and you were one of the first sort of reality stars. And obviously they're everywhere now. And you look at the behaviour of the kids who are in the Big Brother house now, and you talk about loving yourself and having respect for yourself and this sort of thing. What would you say to... They're essentially the next generation to what your generation started.
And I'm sure
It's a different type of reality, I think, because you were in the competition to present and do all of that stuff, and I was in the competition to sing. So I think it's just a different type of
we did
reality.
a show. She's got an amazing voice, by the way. You need to understand. When we did the show,
I love you.
No. She came out there, she was singing, and I was like, wait a minute. All right, she's amazing. Yeah, no, it's the truth. Own it.
But what would you say to them, just very quickly?
I would listen. My thing is this. My mum used to say you're young for a short time and you're old for a long time. So my thing is that you need to be able to look back and say, I don't regret nothing. And you can... I'm watching Big Brother right now, and I feel it for Ricky. Ricky's my friend in there.
Yeah, he's coming across really well.
And I know Ricky's looking at him like to say, you don't get it. In 5 years' time, you're going to look back and wonder why it is nobody wants to book you for nothing. Right, you know? And you know what it's like. When you are famous and all of a sudden you are not famous... That is the tough one.
Do you find it embarrassing what they're actually doing live on TV?
I'm embarrassed. I mean, remember, TV's not going to stop them because it's good for ratings. So they're going to let them continue to be a fool and make a fool of themselves.
Yeah.
One girl's got a boyfriend at home and yet she's doing something in the shower with somebody else. And you think to yourself, that guy that's in the house is going to drop you as soon as you leave. And the man at home is also dropped you already. Right? Why would you do that to yourself?
We get some pretty fabulous guests here on Loose Women. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.